You just paid $68 for a day pass to the Delta Sky Club. You're sitting in a crowded room, eating stale crackers and warm hummus. Meanwhile, 30 feet away, there's a sit-down restaurant where you could have gotten a full meal, a glass of wine, and a quiet table. And it would have cost you about $2 out of pocket. Same membership card you already have in your wallet. You just didn't know to use it that way. And I know what you're thinking. If this were real, everyone would be doing it. Or you're thinking you don't have one of those fancy credit cards with lounge access. Here's the thing. If you have any premium credit card at all, and I mean the ones with the $95 annual fee, not just the $500 a year luxury cards, there's a very good chance you already have this benefit. You've had it for years. You've just never been told it exists. I'm Jess. I flew for 16 years, and now I tell you what the airlines won't. Here's what I saw over and over. Passengers paying $50, $60, $75 for a lounge day pass because they had a 6-hour layover and nowhere comfortable to sit. They'd show me their credit card at boarding. The same card that would have gotten them into a restaurant at that airport, given them a $28 to $32 credit, let them order real food and charge them maybe $2 or $3 for the difference. They had no idea. Nobody told them. And it's not because it's a secret. It's because it's not anyone's job to tell you. This video is about a program that exists right now, works at hundreds of airports, and is attached to credit cards that millions of people already carry. By the end, you'll know exactly which card you need, exactly how to find the restaurants, exactly what to say when you walk in, and exactly how to use this on your very next trip. Most travelers believe airport lounges are reserved for one of three groups: business travelers with elite status, people who pay $400 or $500 a year for membership programs, or passengers willing to drop $50 to $75 on a single-day pass when they're desperate. If you don't fit into one of those categories, you assume lounges aren't for you. And that makes sense. Lounges have always been marketed that way. They're portrayed as exclusive spaces with leather chairs, premium snacks, and that elusive airport luxury: quiet. The branding is aspirational. You see them in credit card commercials. They feel out of reach unless you travel constantly for work. So when you have a long layover, you do what everyone does. You sit at the gate, you eat overpriced terminal food, you try to find an outlet, and you wait. It's uncomfortable, but it feels like the only option unless you want to spend money you shouldn't have to spend. Airlines and credit card companies are very good at advertising lounge access as a premium benefit. What they're much quieter about is the other half of that same benefit. The part that's often more useful, more available, and more comfortable, especially if you're traveling alone or with one other person. Here's what I learned from watching passengers miss this for years. Most premium travel credit cards. And I'm talking about cards with annual fees as low as $95. Come with something called Priority Pass, Lounge Key, or a similar lounge network membership. You probably know that part if you have one of these cards. What you might not know is that the same membership doesn't just get you into lounges. It also gets you credits at airport restaurants. Not fast food, not grab and go. Sit-down restaurants with menus, servers, and real meals. The way it works? You walk into a participating restaurant, show them your Priority Pass card or the app on your phone, and you get a credit, usually $28 to $32 per person. You order food and drinks up to that amount. If your bill is $30 and your credit is $28, you pay the $2 difference plus tip. If your bill is $26, you pay nothing out of pocket except the tip. This isn't a discount program. This is the same benefit you'd use to access a lounge, just applied differently. And here's why it matters. There are hundreds of airport restaurants in this network. Some airports have 4 or 5 participating spots, and unlike lounges, which cap occupancy, require advance reservations, or turn people away during peak times, restaurants operate on normal seating. If there's a table, you can use your credit. I didn't learn this from a training manual. I learned it from passengers. About 8 years into flying, I had a regular on my London route. David, probably mid-60s, always flew economy, always seemed relaxed while everyone else was stressed. Silver hair, reading glasses on a chain, the kind of guy who'd have a paperback tucked in his jacket pocket. One day during boarding, I asked him how he managed long international connections so calmly. He smiled and said, "I eat well." Then he showed me his phone, pulled up a list of participating restaurants at Heathrow, said he'd been using it for 3 years and had never paid more than $5 or $6 out of pocket for a full meal at an airport. I thought he had some special membership. He didn't. He had a card with a $95 annual fee that he'd opened to avoid checked bag charges. The restaurant benefit came with it automatically. He just read the fine print when he activated the card. That conversation stuck with me because I realized how many passengers I'd seen over the years. Exhausted, hungry, sitting at gates eating $14 sad salads out of plastic clamshells, who probably had the same benefit on a card in their wallet and just didn't know it was there. Credit card companies advertise lounge access because it sounds luxurious and exclusive. They don't lead with restaurant credits because it sounds too practical, too accessible. And frankly, it makes people ask why they should pay the annual fee if they're just getting a meal voucher. But the restaurant benefit is often the better deal, especially for travelers over 60 who might not want to sit in a crowded lounge for 3 hours, who'd rather have a real meal and a quiet booth, and who are traveling alone or as a couple, not with a group that would require multiple guest passes. Now, I need to be honest with you about something. Not every airport has participating restaurants. Not every restaurant in the program is good. And if you show up at 6 p.m. on a Friday at O'Hare, there might be a wait, just like any restaurant. This is not a magic pass. It's a tool. But it's a tool that works at hundreds of locations, including almost every major hub airport in the US and many international airports. And once you know it exists, you'll start seeing the signs for participating restaurants everywhere you fly. Let me show you exactly how to use it. Let's talk about what you're actually missing. Let's say you fly 4 times a year. 2 of those trips involve a connection with at least a 2-hour layover. That's 2 opportunities to use a restaurant credit you already have. At $28 to $32 per use, you're leaving $56 to $64 of value on the table every single year. Value you're already paying for through your credit card's annual fee. Multiply that over 5 years, and you've missed out on nearly $300 worth of meals. Meals you would have enjoyed more than whatever you grabbed at a terminal kiosk. Meals where you sat at a table, had a server check on you, and felt like a person instead of a traveler in survival mode. And here's the part that bothers me most. This benefit was designed for exactly this situation. It was created so that travelers with long layovers wouldn't have to choose between spending $50 on a lounge or sitting at the gate eating sad airport food. But because nobody explains how it works, people default to the lounge, which often has a line, limited seating, and mediocre food. Or they skip both options entirely and suffer through the wait. I don't think this is a conspiracy. I think it's logistics. Lounge access is easy to market. It's visual. It photographs well. Restaurant credits are harder to explain in a 30-second commercial. And frankly, if credit card companies advertise this benefit too loudly, restaurants would get overwhelmed. The credits would get used more often, and the program would cost the issuer more money. So they list it in the cardholder agreement. They put it on page 7 of the benefits guide, and they let you figure it out on your own. But you don't have to wait for them to tell you. I'm telling you now. Here's exactly how to use this on your next trip. First, pull out every credit card you carry that has an annual fee over $0. Go to the card issuer's website and search for Priority Pass, Lounge Key, or Lounge and Restaurant Access. If your card includes any of those programs, you have restaurant credits. Cards that commonly include this: Chase Sapphire Reserve, Chase Sapphire Preferred with some versions, American Express Platinum, Capital One Venture X, and many co-branded airline cards with premium tiers. If you're not sure, call the number on the back of your card and say, "Does this card include Priority Pass or airport restaurant benefits?" They'll tell you yes or no. If yes, they'll send you a membership number or tell you to download the app. Next, download the app before you fly. Priority Pass has an app. Lounge Key has an app. Download whichever one your card uses. Set up your account using your card information. The app will show you a digital membership card and a searchable list of every participating location worldwide, lounges, and restaurants. If this is the kind of information you wish someone had told you 20 flights ago, consider subscribing. I put out a new video every week. All of it pulled from what I saw and learned in 16 years of flying. No fluff, no theories. Just the reality of how the system actually works. Now search for restaurants at your connection airport. Open the app while you're planning your trip. Type in the 3-letter airport code for wherever you're connecting. ORD, ATL, DFW, LAX, SEA. Restaurants will have a fork and knife icon or a label that says restaurant or dining. Write down 2 or 3 names. Screenshot the list. You want options in case one is closed or full. When you arrive at the restaurant, walk in. Wait to be seated like any other guest. When the host approaches, say this exactly. I have priority pass. Are you currently accepting members? They'll say yes or no. If yes, they'll ask to see your card or the app. Show them the digital card on your phone. They'll scan it or write down the number. They'll seat you. You order normally from the menu. When the bill comes, your server will bring a check that shows your total minus the credit. Let's say your meal was $34 and your credit is $28. The check will show $6 as your balance. You pay that $6 plus tip. Tip on the full original amount before the credit was applied. The server did the full job. They should get the full tip. If your meal came in under the credit, say $24, you pay $0 for the food. But you still tip on that $24. What not to say? Don't walk in and say, I have a voucher, or I have a coupon. Those words make it sound like a discount program and can confuse staff who aren't trained on the terminology. Say priority pass by name. That's the magic phrase. It tells them exactly what system to use. Some restaurants cap the credit at 1 per person per day. If you're traveling with someone, you'll each get your own credit. So 28 times 2 is $56 worth of food. But you can't use 2 credits for yourself on the same visit. Some locations require reservations during peak hours. The app will tell you if that's the case. Book ahead if you can. And here's the honesty beat you need. Not every participating restaurant is great. Some are mediocre chains. Some have slow service. This is not Michelin star dining, but it's real food at a real table in a space that isn't the gate. And after 16 years of watching passengers eat $14 sad salads out of plastic clamshells while sitting on the floor charging their phones, I will tell you, mediocre restaurant food at a table beats terminal food every single time. Here's the theme. The system has services and benefits that already exist. You're already paying for them through annual fees, through ticket prices, through the cost of being a customer. But nobody's job depends on you knowing they're there. The information is available. It's in the fine print. It's on page 7 of the PDF. It's buried in the app you never open. This channel exists to put that information in front of you in plain language, so you can use it. To summarize, check your credit cards for Priority Pass or Lounge Key membership. Download the app. Search for restaurants at your connection airports. Walk in, show your card, say, I have Priority Pass, and use your credit. Pay the small difference if there is one. Tip on the full amount, and enjoy your meal. You don't need to memorize all of this. Before your next trip, just do 2 things. Download the app and search your connection airport. That's it. Write down 1 restaurant name. When you get there, show the app and say the words. That's all you need to start. You've been flying for decades. You know how to navigate airports. You know how to pack, how to get through security, how to handle delays. This isn't about learning a new skill. It's about learning that a tool you already own has a function you were never told about. That's not your fault, but now you know. And on your next long layover, instead of sitting at the gate eating overpriced mediocre food out of a bag, you can sit at a table, order something real, and actually enjoy that part of your travel day. You've earned that. Before your next flight, 1. Check if your credit card includes Priority Pass or a similar program. Call the number on the back if you're not sure. 2. Download the app and set up your account. 3. Search for restaurants at whatever airport you're connecting through and write down 2 names. That's your preparation. The rest happens naturally when you're there. I spent 16 years serving passengers on long-haul flights, and the ones who traveled most comfortably weren't the ones with the most money or the fanciest status. They were the ones who knew how to use what they already had. That's all this is. You already have it. Now you know how to use it. I'll see you in the next one. And speaking of things they don't advertise, the video on your screen right now covers another benefit hiding in plain sight. Click it, and I'll show you what I mean.